Hello, loves. Okay, so we're getting it streamed to Facebook. It's setting up my meeting on Facebook, and then we'll get started with the Prosperity Masterclass. And awesome, it's looking like it's live. Getting it on Facebook now. Yay! Okay, it's working on all the places. So this is the Prosperity Masterclass, and we're going to dive into all kinds of subconscious limiting beliefs that could be holding you back from your next level of prosperity, clearing a bunch of them, bringing some awareness to ones that can take some deeper work. We're also going to be doing a process to upgrade your identity. So what I'm going to kind of tease in this moment is think of someone who you aspire to be like. If you're like, oh my gosh, this coach who's living this in their life, or like this next level version of yourself, if you can like clearly see that model in your head, um, or a mentor that you're working with, or a coach that you're just like, oh my gosh, like they're a multimillionaire and they're doing all the things. Like I would love to show up with their level of confidence and influence and impact in the world and receiving money and all the things. Like start kind of thinking of someone that you'd want to like integrate some of the positive characteristics of, and we're going to do a whole identity upgrade with that, which I'm super excited for. And then we're going to be doing a process to deepen into your divine feminine, expand your capacity to receive even more, and then harmonize that in with your divine masculine energy, because you get to be a holistic being as you have huge levels of success and prosperity and impact in this world. So I'm super excited for this. That's kind of the agenda for today. I'm also going to invite you guys to a special opportunity at the end if it's feeling like right fit for you. And I want to start this off by being like really grounded, reeling in our bodies. So you guys can just close your eyes, take some deep cleansing breaths, feeling your feet flat on the floor. Just allow yourself to sink into your chair. If you're standing, just really feeling your feet on the ground. And grounding into your body. Really deeply connecting with every inhalation and every exhalation. And you can put your hand on your heart or just bring your awareness and your attention to the beautiful bright light in your heart center. You could see it as bright, iridescent white light or green energy, or whatever colors you're seeing. And breathe into that space, grounded in your heart, breathing into this space. Now allow this energy to ripple out throughout your entire body. And with every breath, this beautiful bright white or golden or green energy, whatever your colors you're seeing or feeling, it's beautiful. Just allow them to expand out. So with every exhalation, it's expanding in every direction, filling the entire room that you're in. Expanding to fill the entire home or office or building you're in. And then allowing it to ripple out even faster, filling your entire city or town. Expanding this energy in every direction to encompass the entire country you live in. Expanding it out into the entire planet. And then out into the universe, spreading it infinitely out into the solar system. And let it spreading infinitely out. This beautiful, magnificent energy spanning in every direction. And allow yourself to surrender in it. Don't like force it or try to like push the energy. Just breathe and surrender into this everlasting expansiveness. You can feel yourself expanding through all the laws of the universe, through every layer of existence. And then that breathing deeply space of just surrendering into this expansion. Now imagine that you're moving into this bright, pearly white, iridescent space. Allow yourself to feel and connect with your creator, with creator energy, the universe, whatever you want to name it. Mm. Just breathe as you're entering this space, connecting with it even more deeply. Mm. And from this space of connection, you can set an intention for the next hour or so we have together. What do you desire? What's your heart's desire? And then set an intention for what your next level of prosperity looks like. Whatever that looks like and feels like uniquely to you. And in this space, you can also ask a question that's coming through for anyone who like has a burning question that you just need your higher power's wisdom, truth, or guidance on. Give yourself a minute to ask the question and just receive any and all information. Also breathing and allowing yourself to know that this wisdom, these answers will also integrate for the next 24 hours. They may integrate as you sleep. New ahas or insights will come through during the next 24 hours as this integrates even more deeply into you. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Mm. You can pop in the chat or on Facebook. I'll be checking Facebook as well during this, how that felt for you. If you got any like insights or if you want to share your intention, you can definitely do that. And I also really, really, really highly recommend being very hydrated for this. It's so important to be hydrated when we're doing healings and clearings. It just supports your body even more fully. So, to jump right in, I am Laura McPhee. I'm a joyful goddess, speaker, healer, and coach, and I absolutely love supporting other light workers and coaches and healers shine brighter and increase their impact and income and step into their next level of prosperity with pleasure so that they can serve the world from their overflow and we can keep making incredible positive waves of change together. So, I'm a theta healer. What we just did was kind of like brought you really deeply and connected into your theta brainwave state, into connection with your higher power, if you call that the universe, creator, God, whatever you want to call it. Um, and throughout this amazing masterclass, we're going to be doing some downloads that will clear out the junk in your subconscious so you have the freedom to move forward with even more ease because you'll be aligned to your soul's mission even more deeply and won't have all the like subconscious limiting junk holding you back from it. All you have to do to receive these downloads is say yes. It's super simple, super easy. I also want to teach you guys how to muscle test really quick. If you don't know how to muscle test, you can do it standing if that's a preferred way. Sometimes people like their hands. I'm going to teach hands really quick just because it's easy to do while we're all sitting together. So the way it works is that our muscles are actually connected to the subconscious belief system. So when we are saying the truth, our muscle, our little circle here, will stay strong. And when it's false, when it's a no, our muscles get a little bit weaker, which allows it to break. So you can kind of put your fingers in this symbol, and then you're going to use your other fingers as kind of like pliers. So I'm going to hold it like this, just so you guys can like see it in the clear background. And I'm going to muscle test. My name is Laura, so everyone can muscle test what their own unique name is. So if I say my name is Laura and pull, it stays strong. So I'd pull, and if I said like my name is Jack, it would break. So you can try it with your name. My name is Laura. And then try it with something that's not true. So someone else's name, my name is Jack, and then it breaks. So we're going to use that for a couple different pieces here, because sometimes like 80 to 90% of the solution can be clearly knowing what the problem is. I often see people who are like kind of like whack-a-moling it in their world of being like, is it this belief system? Is it this thing? Like, what's holding me back? I don't know the next fucking thing holding me back. So I'm just kind of like sporadically and chaotically over here trying to heal some things to like make my business work or like create this next level dream life or this amazing relationship that I desire over here. And it's like sometimes getting clarity on like exactly what's standing in your way can focus that energy in on that exact belief system and these things that need to get cleared here versus on like trying to randomly clear all the stuff over there and be like, it's not, the path's not clear. We're also going to do some beautiful Reiki energy infused in here. We're going to do a little bit of body work and body clearing because that can also hold people back from their next level of prosperity. That's just there's this heaviness or resistance or junk or old energy that's been suppressed or no longer serves you or is from someone else that is in you. And we just need to clear it and release it and let go of it so that you guys can be free of it to step into your next level self. I'm also an erotic blueprint coach, so we're going to be adding in some pleasure with the receiving vibes here, so you guys can expand into that with such ease, because hey, sex is super fun, and sex energy and money energy are super uniquely tied together, so it's like when you improve in one area, the other one expands as well, so it's super fun to play in the realm of pleasure. We're going to keep it super PG on this call, but just kind of like teasing that the more we play in that pleasure, the better life gets and the more prosperous we can be in all areas of our life. And I'm also an accelerated evolution or trained in accelerated evolution. It's like, how do they want me to say their certification? So we're also going to be doing an identity upgrade process tonight. So that's the teasing thing of like, think of a model, think of a coach like Tony Robbins or someone that you really admire and look up to that you're like, oh my gosh, these characteristics and traits within them, I admire and see so much because what you admire and see in others are in you. You're seeing it in them because it's in you. So we're going to awaken those pieces and parts even more deeply within you so you can be embodying it now and living this in your life. So I'm super excited for all of these different things that we're going to dive into. So we're going to get started with some of the subconscious belief systems. And I'm going to pop some of them into the chat so that it's super easy for everyone to just muscle test along with me. Saying the words, if that's an easier thing for you. Okay, so I'm putting that in the chat here. And we're going to do it one at a time and all together, but I just wanted you guys to see it, to be like, okay, I'm going to say it because I want you guys to be clear and also to be able to copy and paste any of them that don't get changed in this session that you just would have to do a little bit more work on to get fully into that next level version of yourself. Okay. So we're going to start with I am worthy of receiving your blank ideal month. So if that's I'm worthy of receiving a 20K month, 30K month, 40, 50, 60K month, like whatever your next level month is, 5K month, like wherever you're at on your journey, muscle test for that. So if you're like, ooh, I've been wanting a 20K month, but I only think I'm worthy and deserving of receiving a 5K month, then that's a gap that you're now aware of that we get to clear, release, and let go so you can be super aligned with what you desire. So you could muscle test and be like, I'm worthy of receiving a 20K month. I'm worthy of receiving a 30K month, a 40K month, a 50K month, a 60K month, like muscle tests like that, and find where your ceiling is. Because we have, especially as women, we'll have like these glass ceilings, glass ceilings. I was kind of combining that with a new word, but we'll go with glass ceilings, or blocks to receiving, where we're like, okay, this is the cap that I currently have on my ability to feel safe in receiving it. So you can also muscle test, I am safe receiving $20,000 a month, and muscle test those things to be like, okay, this is where I'm at. Here's some places where there's work to do. So if you guys want to, you can pop that in the chat, what your receiving level is. I could also maybe go on my phone to see where people are at on Facebook as well. But if anyone's on Facebook and wants to get into our Zoom, you can totally go to like my cover photo or like one of my posts that have the invitation to this masterclass, and you'll get it on Zoom. Okay. So I also have that just sitting there. So by now, you know from muscle testing where you're at. So I'm going to invite you to jot that down so that you have it. If you don't want to put it in the chat and you're like, I don't want to be outing myself to the world of where my current money ceiling is, you don't have to. But if you want to, definitely write it down for your own purposes. So you're like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And there's some work of like feeling worthy or deserving. You can also put the word deserving in there. Like I'm deserving of 20K months, and move into that kind of space too. So this is really fun to see, oh, where exactly is my limiting belief here, so that I can clear it and move forward. So then there's one on visibility where we can muscle test. It's safe to be seen by however many people you desire to be. So if you're wanting 10,000 followers, then muscle test, it's safe to be seen by 10,000 people. It's safe to be seen by 1,000 people. It's safe to be seen by 5,000 people. It's safe to be seen by 20 people. Like muscle test where you're at, and we'll see where your kind of cap is in your visibility right now. Because again, if you have a really high goal and your subconscious belief system is going to cap you here, then that's a really important gap to be aware of. And we'll do some clearings on it so that you can feel safe being seen by even more people, so you can have even more amazing impact in the world. So just keep muscle testing those numbers to kind of find out where your cap is right now. And again, this isn't a cap forever. It's just in this moment to be aware of, this is where you're at. This is where you desire to be. And then when I was tuning into kind of like the group that was going to be live with us and also on the replay, I was kind of moving into some of the energies that were holding people back from stepping into their next level of prosperity. So whatever that is for you, if you're like, I'm a six-figure coach and I'm desiring to go to multiple six figures, or if you're not at six figures yet and you're desiring to go to six figures, like wherever your next level of prosperity feels like, I was just tuning into what other limiting belief systems are like right at the top of the surface, that clearing those are going to be like huge needle movers for you guys. So I'll invite you to muscle test, I'm not good enough. And then I am good enough. So just being aware of that. And then muscle testing, I need to sacrifice in order to be successful. So a lot of people have kind of like martyrdom, family savior, just like world savior kind of complexes, or like past life things, where when we clear those, a lot more ease happens in our prosperity and our abundance and our ability to move forward. So you can muscle test those things. You can also kind of tune into what particularly do you need to sacrifice? Is it coming through for you that you need to sacrifice your relationships, your health, your sleep, your self-care? Like what specifically? So you can muscle test, like, I need to sacrifice my self-care. I need to sacrifice my relationships. And like, these are no for me, but you can muscle test and be like, oh, that's where it's at for me. That's where my junk is right now. So just tuning into those. And like right at the top of your head, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm thinking of this and this and this. Just like allow yourself, we connected you to God, creator, higher power, energy at the beginning. Just allow this intuitive wisdom to flow through you as well, because all the wisdom's inside of you. We get to cultivate it and bring it all to the surface. So again, jotting that down. Any of the ones where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm muscle testing and it's no, and I don't want it to be a no, or here's my limit, or this is where the thing is, totally jot that down so you know where that is for you. And it's also fun because we're going to do a bunch of downloads on it. So then we can test them after and then see where you're at after, which is super fun. And the next one is I'm an imposter. So you can muscle test that. Imposter syndrome can keep coming up at different levels. Same thing with like boundaries. Like that's all about the sacrificing things. Like the more you have boundaries and standards for your life, the more everything flows with ease. And every new level of your identity is going to require new levels of boundaries, new levels of your identity and characteristics and all the things. And the way that our body works is that it's not going to like all of a sudden jump you tomorrow to like Tony Robbins status of like all these people coming at you and you don't have these systems in place and you haven't become the person who can like hold all of this impact and all of this income and all of these people. It's like, okay, our journey is literally stair-stepped up so that we learn everything and we integrate and we embody all the things that we need to as we continue to grow and heal and expand on our journey. So it's a really beautiful system. I know that it can be really like frustrating to our human at times when we're like, but we want to be there now. It's like cool. When we clear this stuff, when we do the work, when we heal and evolve and embody these next levels, it will be there because then we're ready for it and we can hold it. And then it's a like beautiful thing versus the people who, for example, win lottery and then lose it all within a year or two because they didn't do the embodiment work on it. So they lost it as quick as they got it. And then it's not good long term. But when we do this work, as we grow and expand, as we move through our comfort zone and do all the like belief work around that, do all the integration and embodiment pieces around it, we get to like grow and expand and hold, grow and expand and hold, grow and expand and hold. Okay. So you can next muscle test. I feel whole and complete. That was coming up for a couple of people that was like going to be a needle mover. So I feel whole and complete. Then muscle test. It's safe for me to hold money. And you can muscle test. I'm a perfectionist. I'm getting yes or no to that. And then you can be like, I'm a perfectionist in my business. Because sometimes people have done a lot of work on like the perfectionism, but then in their business, it'll like still pop its head up. And progress is always better than perfection. Always, always, always. And then you can muscle test. I need to work hard to make money. So if you have that belief system, don't judge yourself. The patriarchy very much has built in the system. You have to work really hard and struggle and sacrifice and all the negative bad things in order to be successful or make money or be wealthy. So it's not your fault that they're in there, but when we have awareness, we can clear them. And then you can muscle test. It's safe to delegate to my team. And if you're not at the place where you have like a VA or anyone on your team yet, you can also just muscle test. It's safe to be supported by others. Because sometimes relying on a friend or collaborations or your partner or family members, it can be really amazing to have that level of support and to ask for that level of support and receive that level of support as you grow your bigger mission and vision in the world, your business. And then the last one, muscle test for now, I am worthy and deserving of having it all. So again, just jotting those down or copying and pasting the ones that you're like, oh, that's where I have a gap right now. I'm here and I want it to be here. It's a no and I want it to be yes. It's yes and I want it to be a no. So you can have all those jotted down and then we'll do some healings for it. And again, all you have to do is say yes to receive. So you can have your eyes open or closed for this. A lot of people feel more deeply into their body if they have their eyes closed. So you can totally close your eyes as we do these healings. So do you want to know what it looks like and feels like through your higher power, be that God, creator, source energy, the universe, that you are worthy and deserving for your next level of prosperity, that it's safe to receive a 10K month, your ideal X month, a 5K month, 20K month, 30, 40, 50, 60K month, that you allow yourself to be available and open fully to receive it. And if you would like all of that, you can say yes. And you want to clear, release, and let go of any and all old junk, negative energy, fear of failure, feel of being seen that's been holding you back from stepping into this next level of prosperity. That you can also allow yourself to feel safe being seen by your promised people, by your ideal soulmate clients. That you can allow yourself to have even more impact in people's world and feel completely safe in your body as you support more people, and that you can clear, release, and let go of any and all fears that you're going to be targeted, hated, prosecuted, burned to the stake. That you can clear, release, and let go of these negative consequences that your subconscious believes could happen if you shine your light brighter or if you're seen by more people. That you can clear, release, and let go of those completely on all levels. And you can also resolve that on a history level. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And really breathe deeply on that one. For some of you guys, that's really deep. And if you want, we can also send this unconditional love and healing energy back through your ancestral line, the generations that came before you, and also send and offer this healing through any and all generations that will move through you. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. So do you want to know that it's completely safe on all levels to be seen by the next level of audience you're ready for? That you're safe feeling ready to express yourself fully, and that you can let yourself shine even brighter, that you can clear, release, and let go of the fears of how bright you can be and how powerful you are, and that you can allow yourself to be seen in your greatness. And if you'd like all of that, you can say yes. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to be safely seen by 500 people, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, that you can allow yourself the opportunity to serve even more souls on this planet and feel completely safe on all levels in doing so, and that you're always guided and protected on your journey. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Do you want to clearly let go of any and all overwhelm of how big your mission and vision are? That you can know what it looks like and feels like to move and connect with your own unique, inspired baby step that will support you moving forward on your journey, and that you can clearly let go of any and all like inner critic stuff or junk or fearful thoughts in your mind of like, how am I going to do all this? What is the plan? What's all the logical steps for this? You can clearly let go of all of that like stuck energy or analysis paralysis that's been holding you back in the past. You can clearly let go of that all completely in all levels. And if you would like that, you can say yeah. And again, really breathing deeply. That's really big for some people. Feel free to drink water as we're doing this as well. We're cleaning so many things. And you want to clear, release, and let go of the belief system that you're not good enough, that you're not good enough yet, that there's still something missing or broken or damaged inside of you, that you can clear, release, and let go of all of those. And also clear, release, and let go of any and all pressure and expectation that you've put on yourself of doing it all right now, of figuring it all out right now, and to clear, release, and let go of the fears around those. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And a really strong, like conscious piece that's coming through. I'm also claircognizant. So like all these downloads I'm picking up through the clairs and creator and just like supporting you with it. But a really strong thing that's coming through is stop holding yourself back because it's not perfect and because you don't know all of the how yet. The path will unfold as you continue to move forward. So keep allowing yourself to trust that and deepen your trust in that. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to really strongly and deeply deepen your trust in yourself, your soul's mission, and your highest self, your higher power, God creator, that you can allow yourself to feel even more strong and courageous and brave on your path and on your healing journey. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And then the other conscious piece that's coming through that's attached to that is that when you know what you're doing and like why you're here for this, like the end result where you're like, I'm here to serve all these people. My soul's here to like contribute to these charities and grow these initiatives. Like when you're clear on your why and your what, like what you're here to do and why you're here to do it, the how will always unfold. It's so beautiful. So stop focusing all of your energy on what you can't control and the how. Just keep coming back to why you're doing all of this. Your deep, soul fulfilling, like wake up in bed in the morning and like be so excited about like life. You're like, why and your what, that you can allow yourself to focus more on that and to continue to come back to that instead of being like logic brain, thoughts and fears and how and analysis paralysis and procrastination and all the things. And you also want to know what it looks like and feels like to mark all those lessons as complete that you've been trying to learn the hard way, trying to learn through hustle and hardship and disappointment and suffering and sacrifice. You can clearly release and let go of all that on all levels, and that you can give yourself even more permission to move through your life with ease, speed, grace, joy, and love. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Do you want to mark all those old lessons as complete that are ready to be marked as complete right now? You're done with them. And also any and all lessons that have like similar frequencies as those limiting belief systems came from, or those stories where those originated from, that you can mark all of those as complete now, and that you can forgive anyone who told you to do it the hard way, or who taught you this is how it is in an unhealthy way, that you can clearly release and let go all of the junk and negative energy around that you can also cut any and all cords, contracts, vows, commitments, bonds, oaths, and obligations holding you to them. If you like that, you can say yeah. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to fully forgive yourself as well. That you can forgive yourself on all levels for all the roles and responsibilities you might have played, and also for every other human soul who had any kind of interaction with this, who is an actor on your stage supporting you in learning this lesson on earth. That you can mark all of these lessons as complete on all levels and forgive everyone involved so that you have the freedom to move forward with a clean slate on your journey. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Awesome. So, do you want to know through your higher power that you are enough, that you are more than enough, and that you don't need to sacrifice or struggle to be successful? That you and your powerful essence on this earth, your presence with your superpowers and your unique gifts, you get to be successful by being you and fully embodying you and sharing your gifts with the souls that you have soul contracts to work with. And if you would like all of that, you can say yes. Do you want to clearly release and let go of the fear that you're an imposter, that you're not whole, that there's something wrong with you, that you're incomplete, that there's still more to learn, that you're not good enough yet, that you can clearly release and let go of all of those and any and all triggers and like cords or like hooks that are involved in those, that those can all be released and let go of with ease. If you'd like that, you can say yes. And you also want to clearly release and let go of any and all old suppressed energies and memories and charges around this that don't need your awareness, like that don't need to come to the surface for you to like look at and analyze, that is just coming to the surface because it got suppressed and it's ready, more beyond ready to be released right now, that you can allow yourself to fully allow those to be released and those spaces to be healed with unconditional love and filled with bright white light. And if you'd like that, you can say yeah. And you want to know through your higher power that you are whole and complete, and that you're worthy and deserving of expressing yourself fully and completely on this planet. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And you want to know that it's safe for you to receive and hold money and to receive and hold wealth, and that you can clear, release, and let go of any and all old perfectionistic tendencies or pieces that would like hold you back, and analysis paralysis or procrastination, that you can clear, release, and let go of those around any area of your life, and especially inside of your business. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And then like a conscious piece, if you want to like write down now or like to put on a post-it, if you have a post-it nearby, put progress over perfection, or done is better than perfect that never gets finished, or like that never gets put out into the world or never gets completed. Those kind of vibes, like that was huge for me on my journey of really like being like, yep, I'm putting this out into the world. Done is better than perfect. Out there supporting someone on this planet is better than sitting in my drafts, never connecting with anyone because it's not perfect yet. So done is so much better than perfect. And also perfect is an illusion. So do you want to clear, release, and let go of the illusions and the stories that you have around perfection and what you would need to do or be or have in order to be perfect or good enough yet? That you can clear, release, and let go of all the junk and stories and limiting belief systems that are attached to all of those. And if you'd like that, you can say yeah. And again, that's a really big one for some people to just breathe when you're feeling a lot more energy move through you. You're like, oh, that is so me. Just breathe. And you want to clear, release, and let go of the belief system that you need to work hard to make money. That you can clear, release, and let go of fears of what will happen if you like take your foot off the gas. That you can allow yourself to receive the ease of money circulating into your life, doing your soul's gifts on this planet. And if you'd like that, you can say yeah. And you want to know that it's completely safe on all levels to delegate to your team, and that you can also be supported by the other beautiful souls in this world. So the humans that are on this plane, and also all of your guides, spirit animals, ancestors, like God, creator, source energy, Mother Earth, like all the beings, all the energies, all the spirits that are here to support you that aren't in this physical reality, that you can allow and fully accept the support, and that you can feel safe and empowered asking for the support that you need, want, and desire, and that you can allow yourself to receive it through the optimal channel for you and others. And if you would like that, you can say yeah. And you want to know through your higher power that you are worthy and deserving, and that it's completely safe on all levels to have it all, that it's safe to have it all, and that you can have it all now. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And you want to know what all of this will look like and feel like in your life, what it'll look like within your relationships, your family dynamic, your clients, your business life, collaborations, partnerships. You can allow yourself to fully integrate this even more deeply now. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. If you had your eyes closed, you can open your eyes. Definitely recommend breathing, taking some water right now. Also celebrating you for all of the downloads. Like your guys' energy is so open for like all the downloads. I'm like, and more and more and more and more. Ooh, I wasn't planning on this area, and more and more and more. So I love, love, love working with light workers and coaches and seekers, because it's just like your souls are ready for it. You're just like, yes, all the downloads. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. It's so beautiful. Okay. So now we can go through them all. I'm going to go through them all super quick. Or if you're just like, these were the ones specifically on my page that I wanted to improve on, you can just tune into those. So whatever way, if you want to do it with me, I'll pop it in the chat for anyone who just jumped on, who didn't have the chat from before. Okay, perfect. So we're going to muscle test. I'm worthy of receiving the ideal money that you want to make in a month. So I'm worthy and deserving of receiving 20K a month, 30K a month, 40K a month. So muscle test and see where you were and where you're at now. And if you want to like celebrate in the comments, be like, oh my God, I'm here now. You can totally do that too. Awesome. Okay. So then we can muscle test. It's safe to be seen by your ideal audience size. So it's safe to be seen by 1,000 people, 5,000 people, 10,000 people. Ooh, and this one's coming through. It's safe to serve X amount of people. So if you've been doing a lot of private and you're nervous to go into group, or you've had like groups of 10 or 20 and you're like wanting to go into like groups of 50 or 100, muscle test, it's safe to serve X amount of people and see where you're at there. Okay. And then you can muscle test, I am not good enough. I am good enough. I need to sacrifice in order to be successful. I am an imposter. I feel whole and complete. It's safe for me to hold money. It's safe for me to hold wealth. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist in my business. I need to work hard to make money. It's safe to delegate to team. It's safe to be supported by others. I'm worthy and deserving of having it all. Okay, so you guys can pop in the chat how that feels for you now. Do you want to celebrate like, oh my gosh, I was here, now I'm here? We can also super celebrate that. Yay! Awesome. Loving that so many beliefs got changed so quickly. And that's why like theta healing is the #1 tool that I use in myself all the time. I literally use it every single day, multiple times a day, because I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't want that belief system. That can go. Or like I literally like bless and like heal and put good energy on my food, on my water, on all the things, and just like have things automatically clearing. Just it's so amazing because it's like, yeah, when you're connected to God, creator, oneness energy, things flow better in your life. And then when you clear out the stuff that's like, oh yeah, this is like subconscious human limiting belief stuff that's holding me back from being in pure connection to my like truth and aligned beingness on this planet. Like, oh yeah, I'll just clear out that little bit of that stuff. That's gone. Cleared it from the root. Doesn't exist anymore. Yay! So we're gonna celebrate all of that. So yay! Celebrating all of you who are just like, yes, I'm here to clear these beliefs and not have them in my world anymore. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to move next into our identity upgrade. So I hope that seed from before has sprouted into at least one name. So we're going to do one at a time. So this will also be on the replay. So you can come back and do another person on the replay if you want to do that. But for now, just do one person. So think of one model, one ideal characteristic or trait that you want from them. You can be like, oh yeah, Tony Robbins, I want to be able to like help thousands and thousands of people and millions of people and receive amazing money in return for the work that I get to do in this world. Like, for example, those could be the characteristics that you desire because you're like, oh, I see that in him and I so desire that in me. And it's like, yay, it is in you. We get to awaken those in you and integrate those and embody those in you. So allow yourself to just jot down who that person is on your piece of paper. You can also put it in the comments if you feel called to sharing. You also want to like brainstorm the comments that like what other people are saying can support other people. That's awesome. Okay, so Tony Robbins, Oprah, yes. Jaya, awesome. Yay. Okay, so then tune into specifically the characteristics that you're admiring. So jot some of those down about this model. So because we're doing a group process, I'm going to be using model or like the characteristics as the general word. If we were doing like a private session, I could be like Tony Robbins, Jaya, Gandhi, all the people who are amazing. So yeah, just jot, you're very clear within yourself, the positive characteristics and traits that you would desire to integrate, that you love in them, you want to integrate within yourself. So you're clear on those. And then what we're going to do in this process is that I'm going to get you to feel these two different polarities. It's kind of how we're going to view them. So we're going to view yourself here and now, focusing on feeling it fully and completely and magnifying it and making it super real. And then we're going to go to the other side and feel that model Feel them fully and completely, magnifying it, feeling it 10 out of 10. And then I'm gonna say, tell me something about it. So you guys don't have to put that in the chat. Just speak out loud something about that person. And then we're gonna keep moving back and forth. So feeling yourself, tell me something about it. Feeling the other person, tell me something about it. We're gonna go back and forth a couple times. And I'll get you to take a deep inhale, feeling them both at the same time. And exhale, and then tell me what's happening between them. So over time, we will integrate and merge together, which is super beautiful. And we'll integrate this new identity into you. So I need you guys' full presence for this part. So if you're doing something else, if you've been like checking your phone or other things, I really invite you to turn all of those off, be distraction free, especially for this point. It's super important to stay with this process until the end. So I need your commitment to do that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna begin, and you can close your eyes and feel yourself here and now. Feel it fully and deeply, and magnify it, and then tell me something about it out loud. Thank you. So then you can take a deep breath. Let all of that go, and then move to this model and feel them fully and deeply. Magnify them, amplify them, feel them as strongly and completely as possible, and tell me something about them out loud. And then you can take a deep breath, letting that go. And then feel you right now, here and now. Feel it fully and deeply. Magnify it, feel it 10 out of 10, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And you can take a breath. And now feel your model. Feel them fully and deeply, magnify them, feeling them as strong and completely as possible. And tell me something about them. Thank you. You can take a deep, deep, deep breath again, letting all of that go. And coming back to feeling you here and now. Fully and deeply, magnify it, amplify it, feel it at a 10 out of 10, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And you can take a deep breath, letting that go and feeling your model. Feeling them fully and deeply, magnifying it, making it so strong and so real, a 10 out of 10. And tell me something about it. Thank you. And now take a really deep inhale and feel both you and the model at the same time. And as you exhale, tell me what's happening between them. So you might notice that they're coming closer together. If you want to put in the chat how they're feeling, how this energy is feeling now, you can totally let me know there. So if they're like back to back or they're starting to touch, they're getting closer. That's all wonderful. Everything's perfect exactly where you're at. And if they're feeling like merged, you can stay in this space of just really feeling them merge together. So stay with that energy, stay with that feeling. We'll do another round just a little bit quicker for anyone who hasn't merged. So just take a deep breath and feeling you here and now, magnifying it, amplifying it, feeling it as strong and completely as you can. And tell me something about it. Thank you. And then feel your model feeling them fully and deeply, as strongly and completely as possible. All the thoughts and images, body sensations, and emotions that come up, feeling it completely, and tell me something about it. Thank you. Take a deep breath, feeling you here and now, all the thoughts, images, body sensations, emotions, everything coming up. And then tell me something about it. Thank you. And now feeling your model, feeling them fully and deeply, magnifying it, feeling it as strong and as real as you can, feeling something about them that you haven't before, feeling it all, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And now feeling you again, feeling you here and now as strongly and completely as possible, amplifying it, making it so strong and so real, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And then feeling your model again, feeling them strong and completely and fully at a 10 out of 10, and tell me something about it. And then you can take a really deep, deep, deep inhale, feeling both you and the model at the same time. Exhaling, notice what's happening between them. And then you can tell me in the chat what's happening between them. Are they still getting closer together? Are they touching? Are they fully merged now? How are you feeling them? Awesome. Fully merged. Okay. So everyone who's fully merged, stay in that space of feeling them fully merged. We're going to do one round that's even faster for anyone else who still has some like push pull, like they're not fully integrated yet. There's like, oh, they're almost touching. We're going to go one more round. So take a deep breath, have your eyes closed, and feel you here and now as strongly and completely as possible, and amplify it to a 10 out of 10, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And then feeling your model, feeling them at a 10 out of 10 so strongly and completely, and tell me something about it. Thank you. Again, feeling you here and now as strongly and completely as possible. Feel something that you haven't felt yet. Feel it on all levels. Magnify it, make it as strong and real as possible, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And now feeling into your model, feeling them as strongly and completely as possible, amplifying it and magnifying it, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And then again, going back to you here and now, feeling it fully, deeply, 10 out of 10, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And then now feeling your model at a 10 out of 10, magnify them, amplify them, feel it as strong and real as possible, and tell me something about it. Thank you. And then take a really deep inhale, feeling both you and your model at the same time. Exhale and tell me what's happening between them. You can put it in the chat or just like, you guys good? Merged? Yay, all merged. Okay, beautiful. So then we're going to do pineal breathing. So for the next 2 minutes, I'm going to invite you guys to imagine that there's huge iridescent bright white light all around you. And on every inhale, it'll contract and go into the center of your head. And then on the exhale, it's going to expand super quickly out of you. So breathing into the center of your head, super quickly collapsing the energy. exhaling it, expanding it out infinitely in all directions quickly. So it's important to have a straight back. So anyone who's kind of like laying down or slouched over, have a straight back for this, feet on the floor, straight spine. And then you can close your eyes. And for the next 2 minutes, every inhale goes into the center of your head, collapsing in, and exhale, breathing out. And you can let go of that breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. You might want to take a drink of water if that's feeling good for you. Just like notice your body. Like I'm feeling so much heat. I feel like everyone doing so much work right now. So like sending so much love to everyone. So now notice. You can let go of that breath. And when you're ready, what's the difference between you and that model now? And what are you more conscious of now than you were before? If you want to share in the chat what you're more conscious of now, you can totally do that. I also opened up Facebook again while you guys were breathing. So I'm tuning in to all the people who are over there as well. And then what's your new story or narrative now? You can pop this in the chat. You can write it down yourself, whatever's feeling good. You can say it out loud. And what's one thing you can do today to live this even more fully in your life? So something you can do today or in like the next 24 hours. If you want to pop in your action steps to be like, hey guys, I'm doing this thing. I'm committed to it. You can definitely do that and we'll celebrate you there. And then is there anything else you feel called to sharing with me, with the group, so that you feel complete? So you can also put that in the chat. Wonderful. Awesome. Yay. And then looking over on Facebook, sending all the love to all the people. You guys are so welcome. Um, Love that you're feeling great, feeling wonderful. Yay. Awesome. And then Bob Proctor, awesome person. Oh, Laura McPhee. Thank you for integrating me. Yay. Identity upgrade. Awesome. So then, in like the next 30 seconds, what's something you can do to just embody this more fully? Embodying like the presence of your model if you wanted them or their confidence or their power. What's something that you can do to embody this new identity, to integrate it even more deeply? And then do it like right now in this moment. No one's seeing you. If you don't want to, you can go off camera if you want to. Everyone on Facebook, no one's seeing you. Allow yourself to just embody it. Yay! Awesome. Okay. So the final piece, last but not least, is diving deeper into your divine feminine so we can access even more juiciness and amazing receiving energy there. And then we'll harmonize it in with our divine masculine so that our journey is even more easeful and flowy for our system. So I'm going to invite you guys to close your eyes again. You can put your hand on your heart if that's feeling good, or um, palms face up on your lap, whatever's feeling really good. And we'll begin with breath. And allow you to just fully and completely be filled with unconditional love with every breath you take. That you get to receive love for being here. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to produce anything. You don't have to go live or post anything. Just right now, you in this present moment get to receive unconditional love by being you, by being here, by showing up. And then set your intention for something that you desire to receive. So, whatever it is, your next 20K month, 50K month, your next 10K pay in full client, whatever you're desiring. Set that intention to receive this next thing with ease. And I'm getting some people like really want to focus on one thing, like your baby step, like a really small bite-sized step is what's best for you right now. And then some people who do a lot of work in this area who are like, oh my gosh, that's like, feels like a little tiny drop, a little small pebble. And I feel like more like my shapeshifter people in the world, like even more. Allow yourself to expand that, to be like, oh, I so desire my launch to bring me a 50K month. So all the amazing soul sister clients or soulmate clients who are going to be here, oh, I desire to fully receive all of these amazing souls in my container. If you want them all to be paid in full, put that in your intention. Just like really, really deeply connect to what you are desiring, your heart's desire, your soul's desire of your next level of receiving. Get really crystal clear on it. If you want to put a date on it, you can do that. If that feels too constricting, you don't have to. Just really tune into the details that your soul is guiding you to here. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to receive all of this with ease, speed, grace, joy, and love, and support on your journey. And if you would like that, you can say yes. And you want to clear, release, and let go of the fears that you can't hold it yet, you're not good enough yet, it's too much, that you can clear, release, and let go of anything that's stuck or stagnant, all the junk and old baggage that's been holding you back from it, that you can clear, release, and let go of all of it now. And that you can give yourself permission to dive even more deeply into your capacity of receiving and expand it with ease. And if you would like that, you can say yes. Okay, beautiful. And then with that intention of receiving, now bring pleasure to your body. So we're going to begin by rubbing our hands together. You can keep your eyes closed if you want during this to really be present with your body. If you want to kind of like open your eyes every once in a while to see exactly what I'm doing as I walk you through, that's fine as well, wherever you're at on your journey. So you can rub your hands together quickly or slowly, whatever's feeling good. Just build up some energy. And then you have a choice here. So you can move that energy in front of your body. If you know you're energetic, you can feel that energy wherever it's good. If it's like light fingertip touch, you can feel it there. If it's off your body, you can feel it there. So if you're like, oh my God, off my body, this like warmth and heat and energy feels so good, you can be at that level or further off your body, whatever's feeling so good. Breathing into this pleasure, breathing into the receiving of it here. Or both. You can play within the two spaces too. You can move your hands or your fingernails lightly on exposed skin. So you can move it wherever's feeling good. On your face, on your arms, on your neck, whatever's feeling really juicy and good for you. And breathing as you receive pleasure. So again, if you're super energetic, you can do it off your body and spread this energy, feel and breathe into this energy. If you desire it to be touching you, light fingertip touch, or with your nails, or like caressing the hair on your body, not even quite touching the skin, but like the hair. Just breathe into pleasure. And really explore your body with this energetic type touch. And ask yourself, how could this be even more pleasurable? How can my body receive more pleasure here? So you can add in a different type of touch. If you want to now do like caressing touch on your body, you can play with that. You want to move into like more massage and expand to all the areas of your body or place in your body that totally needs it. You can do that. I'm on my moon and really massaging into my back feels so good right now. Had the heating pad on and this feels so good. So wherever it feels good for you, then ask again, how can I make this even more pleasurable? How can I receive more pleasure in my body right now? And then let that answer come through and start doing that thing. If you want, you can add some scratches if you want to bring some more like kinky energy into it. You can play with scratches on inside or outside of your thighs. That can feel really good. You can also play with some slaps. That's feeling really juicy and pleasurable for you. Or you can stay with energetic and feel all the tingles and the good energy. Breathe there. You can stay in any place that you desire. If you're like, oh yeah, this is a pleasure place, is staying with it, is going even more deeply into it, you can totally do that. Just keep exploring. How can I receive even more pleasure? I'm going to keep this PG, but it could be cupping the energy over your genitals. So cupping physically on your body or the energy around. Could be moving or gyrating your hips or doing Kegels and feeling the pleasure with every breath. Move it so like Kegels go in on your in breath and out and relax on your out. When we're exploring here, there's no right, there's no perfect here. It's exactly what your body needs in this moment. So asking again, how can I receive even more pleasure? And then do that thing. And we can add different types of touch at the same time. So if you know you're a shapeshifter and you're like, oh my gosh, I want like scratch and massage and caress and energy. You can move through all the different types. So those are blueprint types. We were just moving through those touch types. So you can move to all the different areas of your body with the question, how can I receive even more pleasure? And then doing it. We're going to do this for another minute. Just give yourself total and complete freedom. What movements, what touches, what sounds even will make this even more pleasurable for you right now in this moment. You can do like a scalp massage. That can feel so juicy and good. See if there's a place on your body you haven't touched yet. Have you touched your feet? Do you want to massage your feet? Caress your legs? Keep exploring your own body by asking the question, how can I receive more pleasure? Keep remembering to breathe. As you're asking the question, how can I receive even more pleasure in my body and doing the thing? Then you can come to stillness. If you want to have your hands on your lap or your heart or anywhere that feels good, you can do that. And in this stillness, just be aware of how you're feeling now, aware of any body sensation. And breathe into this awareness. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to allow yourself to expand in every area of your life with ease. You can allow yourself to receive even more love, even more pleasure, even more health, money, wealth, that you can allow yourself to truly receive your next level of prosperity with even more ease than you would ever imagine possible, and that you can be open to it being like this, like how you had imagined, or even better. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to allow you to even more deeply connect with your divine feminine, with your divine flow, with your unique inspired action baby steps that will support you on this journey. If you'd like that, you can say yes. And you want to know what it looks like and feels like to surrender to your most optimal path, that you can let go of the how, the hustle, the struggle, the old stories that were holding you back, and allow yourself to relax into spaciousness in your life. That you can allow yourself permission to tune into your body's wisdom, your gut feeling, your inspired action step, your highest self's wisdom and knowledge. If you like all of that, you can say yes. And you want to clear, release, and let go of any and all blocks, stuck energy that have held you back from this. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And there's some people who are scared to speak this new reality into your life, speak this next level into yourself. It's hard to call on it, hard to speak it, hard to fully manifest it. So if you feel some stuff going on in your throat right now, we're gonna do some throat clearings. If there's anyone who's not really feeling that, I invite you to just close your eyes and do a super quick scan of your body with the intention of finding the most prominent energy that no longer serves you, that's ready to be released and let go of right now. Just tuning into that. So again, for anyone who's oh my God, there's constriction in my throat, there's junk, my throat all of a sudden feels scratchy or dry or coughy or whatever. There's something going on in your throat. There's a lot of people where it's their throat stuff. Tune into your throat, that energy in your throat. If it's not there for you, tune into that energy. Notice exactly where it lives in your body right now. Okay, now that you're clear on exactly where it is, notice how much space it's taking up in your body. Notice what color it is. If you could touch it, what's its texture? What's its temperature? What emotions attached to it? What body sensation is there? And we're going to safely move this old energy outside of your body through your higher power and fill up that space where it used to live with unconditional love and healing energy. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Now that this energy is safely outside of your body without any connection to you, we're going to ask it a question and allow the first thought, first feeling to come through. What were you trying to teach me? And you want to see through your higher powers, truth, wisdom, clarity, and understanding what exactly this lesson was, what it was trying to teach you. So you can mark it as complete, that you can continue to move forward on your journey, learning your lessons from now on with ease, speed, grace, joy, and love. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Do you want to cut any and all cords, contracts, vows, commitments, bonds, oaths, or obligations holding you to these old frequencies, the old ways of doing things, the struggle, the hardness, this old baggage or negative emotion that you can clearly let go of all of this negative charge completely on all levels, and we'll resolve it on a history level. If you'd like that, you can say yes. Do you want to forgive yourself on all levels for the time that you felt was wasted in doing it the hard way, for any sadness and overwhelming grief that you had to face by learning it in a way that wasn't optimal for you at the time? That you can also forgive anyone else who played any role or was responsible in any way for being this actor on your stage as you were trying to learn this lesson. And that you can have complete forgiveness on all levels. So you have the freedom to move forward with a clean slate for yourself, that you're doing this for yourself. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Some people, this piece is really big, so just breathe through it. You're doing such a great job. And then we can get your higher power to transmute that old energy into unconditional love and send it out into the ether and fill up that entire space where it used to live within your body with unconditional love, light, and healing energy. We'll spread that loving energy, that bright white light throughout your entire body, filling up every cell of your being. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Really breathing as that integrates. And now tune into your body, if that was your throat or another area. And how's that feeling now? It's feeling so much better for so many people. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. And then do you want to know what it looks like and feels like to integrate this new level of trust, of spaciousness, of surrender, of ease and flow and pleasure into your life, and in a way in which it's harmonizing with your divine masculine, that they get to complement each other, that you get to work with them, and that it gets to flow. It doesn't need to be this like balance, quote, balance of like 50-50 energy or the stuck energy of always 80-20 or 90-10, but it gets to be fluid and flexible, and that your divine masculine energy and your divine feminine energy get to flow and move and play with each other in a way where moment by moment, season by season, task by task, in your world and your business, you get to flow and be in the embodiment of the optimal energy that will support you in moving forward with the most amount of ease and success. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. Beautiful. And then we can integrate all of these changes. And I can offer you general healing for any and all other areas of your body, life, and business that are ready to be healed right now, and fill you up with your higher powers, unconditional love, compassion, peace, prosperity, and pleasure. And if you'd like that, you can say yes. And then you can take some deep cleansing breaths. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can share in the chat how you're feeling now. Definitely drink water. honor you guys so much. You guys cleared and did so much work. So really congratulate yourself. Celebrate you for being here. Yay! Clearing all the things that are holding you back, being fully in alignment with your next step of prosperity, stepping into your next level identity. Oh my gosh, you guys just did so much. I'm celebrating you so much for being here, for showing up and doing this work, for shining your light brighter in the world. So beautiful. And I also invite you guys to share this with anyone that you feel needs this in their life right now, really is ready to step into their next level self. And doing this work will be so supportive for them. So, for all of you guys on Facebook, you can share it on Facebook. You can tag your friends on Facebook. Everyone who's on here live, we're getting the replay, who registered. You can definitely feel free to share the link with any friends that you have, or if you're friends on Facebook already, just tag or grab the link. You can literally copy and paste the Facebook link and send it to someone in a private message if you want to do it that way. Just really feel that so many light workers need this right now. There's been so much change and evolution and growth happening on the world and so many changes. And on a global level, there's all kinds of different changes that are happening with vaccines coming out in the world and different changes and us opening up more and more and getting to be in person more and more and co-creating whatever this next level new normal is going to be. So really invite you, if you're feeling called to share it, to share it with whoever you're called to. And I also thank you so much for doing that. I super appreciate it. And then everyone who's feeling super complete with that, I'm sending you so, so, so much love and light on your journey. Thank you so much for showing up. And anyone who's curious on how you can go even deeper and to continue to expand even more into your next level self and hold it and embody it and impact more people, step into your next level of prosperity in all realms of your life, and I have an invitation for you. So I'm super excited that for the next month, I have some spaces to be having sales calls, to be having conversations about what it looks like and feels like to work with me in my world. At the end of June, I will be traveling and being at Sex Mastery Retreat with Jaya, and so excited, and like all like mentorship people, so excited. So when I'm in that space and we'll be doing all kinds of up levels on my own, I'm going to be enjoying the retreat, that level is the travel of myself. So I'm going to be closing enrollment to my privates. Last time I did a big travel trip and adventure, I started getting like a wait list for my private. So I'm like, I really want to open the doors. I totally have space and excitement to invite more amazing soul sister, light worker, coach, healer, mentor clients into my world right now. I'm so ready. And I feel like this energy that there's just like these souls who've been waiting for next level clearings at a deep subconscious level, who want a mentor who's walked through it, who really want to keep holding that next level identity and stepping into the next one and holding it and growing and evolving your comfort zone as you're growing and evolving yourself and your business. So I'm super excited to be opening spaces for private one-on-one clients. And if you're like, oh my gosh, this work has been resonating with me, I want even more of it, I desire to go even deeper on my path and have even more impact in the world, to be prosperous at the next level, to truly be living my dream life, then I invite you to your next level prosperity strategy session. So I'll be popping the link in here. And then also when I'm done, I'll be popping it over into Facebook as well. So this is a complimentary call for coaches, healers, light workers, heart-centered entrepreneurs who really desire to do this deeper work so that you can have more impact in the world, your ideal income in your months, your ideal audiences that you desire to be speaking to, that you can have that level of support on your journey. So in this call, we're going to get really clear on exactly where you're at right now and where you're desiring to be and the gaps that are in between. Because like I was mentioning at the beginning, sometimes we're just like playing whack-a-mole and we're like, is it this belief? Is it this issue? Is it this wounding? Is it like this level of abandonment from my childhood? Is it this? Is it this? Where is it at? Is like we're doing another layer of imposter syndrome, or boundaries are not good enough? Like there's all these different things where it could be. And then there's all these different layers of the onion that we get to heal as we continue to like cycle upward on our journey and see things at different levels. So I'll support you in just getting super clear on what limiting belief systems are in your system right now. Where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to clear this. That you're not playing whack-a-mole. You'll have deep clarity on what belief systems are there for you that are at the surface level, that are at like deeper core levels, that healing those, that doing the work on those. It's really going to give you all of the spaciousness that you desire to really step into this next level of yourself and to call on your next level ideal clients and finances and all the things. So the second thing we're gonna do is share with you what that like number one needle mover is that if you focus on it with me or in another container with someone else, you know, like this is a needle mover, like this is what's coming up. I'm also a reflector in human design. So like all of my centers are open. I see and feel things in other people that they don't see and feel in themselves. Like I feel it so deeply and I can just like narrow in and like zone in on that one really big needle mover so quickly. So we'll also share with you in that call what's your biggest needle mover right now. That focusing on that is going to give you huge quantum leaps and expansion by moving through this. And then we'll also be talking about your personalized plan for how you can move forward on your journey with so much more ease and love and spaciousness as you create more impact in the world, as you're more prosperous, as you continue to expand and hold instead of like expand, contract, oh my God, what's happening here? And then like kind of chaotically all over the place, where it's more expand, hold this energy. This is your new normal. Do all the work, expand your comfort zone, expand yourself, and then hold this next new level instead of when people have done like feast or famine or like super high months and super low months and like super inconsistent. Which, hey, if you want to have a ton of painful people, and most of my people painful and like fucking love it, and they're like, cool, I'm super okay with super high months, and then going on vacation where we're getting into the world where vacation and traveling is going to be a thing again. So it's your choice. It's your choice of like what level you're at. If you're like, I'm going for first time hitting six figures or multiple six figures or 500,000 or wherever you're going, being clear on like, this is where I'm going for, and then the months get to cumulatively get me there. If you're like not into the, I want every single month, I have the exact same money in it. You don't have to have that if you want it, but you can totally have the intention of like consistent ranges of like, yes, all my months are 10 to 15K, 20 to 30K, 40 to 50K. You can totally have that intention and have that like level of holding the money and wealth that you desire instead of like, contraction, all the things. So if you're feeling called to that, I'm popping it into the chat here now. That's calling to you. Wonderful. And then I'll be popping it into Facebook afterwards. So all the Facebook people, I'll be with you momentarily. And I want to just send so much love to everyone who stayed on, everyone who's feeling this call. I'm sending you so much love. And that call, we'll also talk about if it's the best fit of you moving forward with me or not. I also have amazing people in my world that I can refer you to. So I'm just so feeling called that like this is going to be a big wave for some light workers where it's like, oh my gosh, your impact in the world is so needed and it's so ready. And there's going to be even more need for mental health support and healing and all of the things that we just have as gifts in the world as things continue to grow and evolve and expand. And we don't know what all of that will look like, but the more light workers who are serving more people who are standing in their light, who are sharing their love and their gifts in the world, the better this experience will be, this transitional process will be for the planet in general. So I'm sending you so much love for doing this work, for being who you are, for showing up, doing your soul's calling. Thank you so much for being who you are. And I'm sending you so much love. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye.